Hey folks, not many of you have, but I did a video a couple months ago about my anxiety and my depression and how I was so anti-pill and I want to get through it on my own and all this lot, and it's doing alright. I was doing alright, I wasn't over it, but I was getting there. And then I lost my job, and basically I just went back to peg one, and I couldn't leave the house or anything like that, and I basically just went right back. All that effort just gone. So gonna have to go on the pills. So I go to the doctors, explain my situation. They went, yeah, you can have some citalopram, 20 milligrams. Gave me the rundown on them. She said, you're gonna feel worse before you feel better. You're gonna feel like crap for about 2 weeks, a week to 2 weeks. And then it's gonna take about a month or so, a month, 6 weeks, for you actually to start benefiting from the pill. I was like, okay. I didn't have a job to go to anyway, so I thought, well, I'm going to feel like crap anyway, so I might as well just ride out the storm, so to speak, at home. So, goes home, texts him, and initially I felt alright. The first time I took one, I felt alright, a little bit jittery maybe, I felt alright. And then, throughout the course of the next week, the side effects came pretty thick and heavy. I mean, I say thick and heavy, they weren't crippling, they weren't that bad, but they were definitely there. And it's different for everybody, but what I went through is feeling quite disconnected with reality. And I know that sounds scary, but it really isn't as bad as what it sounds. Feeling like I wasn't actually in the room, a bit spaced out, if you like. The second biggest thing I noticed, and it's a bit bizarre, is that my teeth really hurt. And I mean, they felt like all of them were just going to fall out. I mean, I take quite good care of my teeth, you know. And that went on for 2 or 3 days. And what I noticed was I was sort of, not consciously, but sort of unconsciously grinding my jaw. And I'm guessing it's probably that was making my teeth hurt. What else did I suffer with? Generally, I slept quite well on them. I was taking them in the morning. But I think one night I can remember in particular, I think this was like day 3. I just woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, like bright as a button. Like, I actually got up thinking it was morning because I never looked at my clock. I just felt like it was morning. And I looked at my phone and I was like, shit, it's 2 in the morning. And I was awake for hours and hours and hours. I managed to get to sleep again about 6 o'clock. And then I slept through till like 9, 10 o'clock. But I mean, usually once my head hits the pillow, I'm like clockwork. You know, 10:30, 11 o'clock, I hit the sack, and I'm up at 6, 7 o'clock. That's all I need. But yeah, so it's left my sleep pattern a little bit, but what am I on now? Back end of my second week this is now. My teeth don't hurt anymore. Don't think I'm grinding my jaw as much. I still feel a little bit spaced out. And yesterday was a big thing for me because I don't like being around loads of people. It's like a social anxiety thing. We're having a baby, so last night was our first antenatal class, and I panicked about it from the get-go because I thought, well, it's going to be a room full of people in a place I don't know. I'm going to have a meltdown, you know. So I went out with that bad attitude, and I got there and it was rough. Don't get me wrong, it really was rough. I mean, I had like blurred vision, sweaty hands, very fidgety, couldn't really keep still, couldn't really take in what they were saying. But it was 2 hours this meeting, and usually within 10 minutes I'm running out the door, you know, because I just can't handle it. Now, I managed to stay. It was hard work, but I managed to stay, and that in itself, for me personally, is a massive deal. Like I said, I'm only at the back end of the second week, so these tablets, I don't think will be helping me just yet. But the point I'm trying to make is you have to push yourself to go out your comfort zone, because I think if you just wait for yourself to get better, you know, sit and wait it out, it's not going to work. Based on what I've read before, antidepressants are brilliant, but you've got to put the effort in as well. You can't just sit there and wait for them to sort you out, because they won't. I mean, they're a good crutch, you know, they're a good help, but I don't think it's a miracle drug. You know, you need to want to help yourself, and it's hard. It really is hard. I mean, I walk the dog, I make sure I take him out on a long walk every day, and I don't want to do it. I'd sooner just sit in and watch crap daytime TV and sleep all day, you know, but you really have to push yourself, exercise and getting out. I'm not saying exercise like you don't need to hit the gym. I mean, if you want to hit the gym, great. But as little as going out for a walk, yeah. And I don't like being outside particularly anymore, but you have to force yourself to do these things. Little and often, little gradual, you know, baby steps. You don't want to be trying to perform miracles. But yeah, if you're anti-pill like me, you're dead set against it. I mean, if you can do it without pills, I'll take my hat off to you, that's fine. But there's no shame in saying that, you know, I need these pills, because they're there for a reason, you know. I mean, if you, God forbid you don't, but if you was in an accident, and I don't know, just say for argument's sake, you broke your leg, would you refuse the morphine? Because I'm pretty sure I wouldn't, you know. Morphine helps. It's got a place, it's got a purpose. And I genuinely believe that now, anyway, that antidepressants, they're not a bad thing. There's no shame in it, you know. I mean, yes, there's bad side effects, but a couple of weeks of feeling horrendous when potentially, you know, they're going to sort you out, I don't think it's, you know, I think it's a good deal. It's a good deal. Another side effect as well I forgot to mention is I get dry mouth, real bad dry mouth. Generally that's like 2 hours after I've had the tablet. But it's not a big deal, you just chug loads of water, which is good because it keeps you hydrated. But yeah, I mean, I know people have rough times on them, but that's, up to now, second week, that's my personal experience. It hasn't been that bad. You know, it really hasn't. I mean, it's been uncomfortable, and it's not been a bed of roses, but it hasn't been that bad. So yeah, don't be scared of them. I mean, it's that whole ironic thing, isn't it? You know, I don't know about you guys, but I have anxiety over like just about everything. I knock on the door and I'm, or I need to take a tablet because I don't know how I'm going to react to it. So you get anxious about taking the pills that are going to potentially help you. But I just felt, well, I can't carry on like this, and I can't really feel any worse, so I just did it. And, you know, thing is, people with anxiety, in my opinion, and they don't do it on purpose, but they're stubborn. They're so stubborn, and they know what's best for them and all this lot, and they get real health conscious, and, you know, every time you get a twinge or an ache or a you know, a stress ache down your neck, you think you've got a fucking brain tumour and you're going to die and all this lot. And I went through all of that. You know, I was in and out of doctors like no tomorrow. I went to hospital 3 times. The first time's because I had my first panic attack. I didn't know what it was. I thought I was dying. But them thoughts are real. You know, at the time, them thoughts are real. Really real. And, I mean, with my first panic attack, you know, I mean, I just passed my first aid training before I lost my job. So I know about like heart attack symptoms. You know, you get like a tight chest, pains down your arm, predominantly your left arm, sweaty and all that malarkey. And at the time I had all that and I couldn't breathe properly. First aid was still fresh in my head, so I'm like, what's going on here? And the only thing I could think of is that I'm having an heart attack, which then you panic more, yeah? So they got to hospital, and they rushed me through, obviously, because if I was having a panic attack, I needed immediate medical care. And they put me on an ECG, took me bloods and all this lot, and they said, no, you're not having a You're not having an heart attack. They said, what you are having is a panic attack. And that's when I realised just how real and severe these things are, because before, you know, I was just like, they're doing it for attention. Oh, it's not that bad. But if you've never had a panic attack, believe me, you really don't want one. And I hope that you get your demons under control before you start having panic attacks, because they're horrible. They are horrible. And I didn't want to go down that route again, hence why I'm taking the pills. So yeah, I'm waffling on a bit now, and the longer this video is, the longer it takes to upload to YouTube, so I won't keep you too much longer. But yeah, don't be frightened of the pills. Don't be frightened of the pills. You know, I mean, mostly you'll have a family that loves you, support you. Just do it, you know, because I put off my anxiety for years and years and years. I've had it for ages and ages, and my life got to a point where quite a lot of negative things happened all at once. It was just unlucky, and it was that made something snap in my head, and from that point on I've just been a wreck, you know. And to be honest, I wish I went and got the help sooner, but you don't. You just typical English, you just chin up and carry on, and you nobody talks about it, you know. And I know of people that have taken their own life because there was a shame to talk about it, especially blokes. There was too frightened to say anything, or I'm not going to say that because it means I'm less of a man. It's just bollocks, you know. And his stubbornness or his embarrassment cost him his life. Yeah? I mean, that's not nice for him, but what about his family? You know? Forget the stigma, forget the bullshit, forget how much of a man you are or how much of a woman you are. Open up to people, talk to people, because what you're going through now, you are not on your own. You are seriously not on your own. There's thousands and thousands of people that are going through the same problems that you are, but you don't know about them, yeah, because you won't talk to people, you won't open up, you won't admit that you've got a problem. And opening up to people has done me the world of good, because I realised that I'm not on my own. And, you know, I mean, I know of 7 or 8 people at least in the people that I've told that have gone through something similar, and you think, oh yeah, you're just saying that to make me feel better, but then they'll start describing exactly how you feel, and you're like, shit, they really have, they know what I'm talking about. And it's common, it's real common, it's nothing to be ashamed of. Loads of people have got it, yeah. But a lot of people, you know, I mean, I know one person, she's been on what is it, I don't think it's citalopram like what I'm on, but it's something similar. She's been on it for 15 years. And it sorted her right out. You know? I mean, I don't want to be on them for 15 years, but it's fixed her. You know, it's sorted her out. So why would you not? Why would you continually suffer? Yeah? I don't know. I mean, I did the same. I just turned a blind eye to it all the time, ignored it, hoping it would go away, and sometimes it did go away, but it didn't go away for long. I maybe got a week or two where I felt alright, and then I just woke up in the morning and then I'd be quite anxious again. So yeah, I've waffled on too much now, so I'll let you all go. But just open up to people, yeah. Don't sit on it. It's a rough ride. It's a horrible roller coaster to be on, but the sooner you get on the roller coaster, the sooner it stops. Take it easy.